Hi, and welcome to your Sunday Setup. I'm Whitney, and today we're talking about something that every driven person struggles with: how to sustain momentum once the excitement of motivation fades. In episode 58, we explored how to reconnect with your motivation. Today, we're going deeper because once you've reignited that spark, the real question becomes, how do you keep it burning? But before we begin, let's get centered with a short meditation. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Again, inhale focus, exhale distraction. Now, imagine a gentle rhythm like the steady turning of a wheel. With each breath, the wheel keeps moving forward, slowly, steadily, powerfully. That rhythm is your momentum. You don't have to force it, you just have to stay in sync with it. When you're ready, open your eyes and let's begin. There's a story about a potter who was known for crafting exquisite clay pots. Each one was a work of art, smooth, symmetrical, and strong. A young apprentice once asked, "How do you make them so perfect?" The potter smiled and said, "It's not perfection, it's rhythm." He explained that clay responds to consistency, the steady motion of the wheel, the even pressure of the hands, and the patience to keep shaping. If you rush the process, he said, the pot cracks. If you stop spinning, the clay collapses. But when you keep the wheel turning, even slowly, the form takes shape. Sustaining momentum in life is just like that. You don't have to move fast. You just have to keep the wheel turning. Momentum isn't about constant motion. It's about intentional continuity. It's what bridges the gap between motivation and mastery. Before we dig too deeply, let's define what we mean by momentum and intentional continuity. Momentum is the forward motion created by consistent action. It's what keeps you moving once you've already started. Imagine pushing a heavy ball uphill. At first, it's hard, but once it's rolling, it takes far less effort to keep it going. That's momentum at work. The energy you build through persistence and progress. Intentional continuity means sustaining that motion on purpose. It's not about hustling harder or staying busy. It's about choosing to continue with intention, rhythm, and awareness. Think of it as giving that rolling ball gentle taps to keep it moving steadily in the right direction rather than letting it veer off course or stop completely. Think about the last time you started a new goal, maybe an exercise routine, a new habit, or a big project. The first few days probably felt great. Then life happened. You got busy, tired, distracted. That's the moment that separates success from stagnation. Not because you lost motivation, but because you didn't yet have the systems to sustain momentum. I'm going to share 3 practical strategies to sustain momentum. First, build supportive routines. Structure creates stability. Instead of relying on motivation, rely on ritual. Set consistent times for your key priorities, whether it's morning reflection, focused work blocks, or end of day resets. When your habits are built into your day, progress happens automatically. This is how I have moved my body daily for almost 4 years. I set movement into my daily routine, usually first thing in the morning, but have committed when that can't happen to get it in before bedtime. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important actions that move me closer to my vision? Schedule them, then protect that time like a meeting with your future self. Second, use micro goals to build wins. Big goals can feel overwhelming. Micro goals create momentum. Break large objectives into small, achievable actions. Each checkmark builds confidence, and confidence builds consistency. For example, instead of saying, I'll write a book, commit to writing for 15 minutes a day or 2 pages a day. Small steps compound. This is exactly how I finally completed an over 400-page devotional I'd been working on for years. I stopped looking at the larger project and focused instead on writing 30 minutes each day. Remember, progress, no matter how small, creates its own fuel. And third, protect your momentum with rest. Momentum isn't about nonstop motion, it's about balance. Just as the potter rests his hands to keep his clay pliable, you must rest to stay resilient. Fatigue breaks focus faster than failure does. Give yourself permission to pause before your body or mind forces you to. Rest isn't quitting, it's maintenance. This week, identify one area where you've lost momentum. Then choose one small, consistent action to restart it. Maybe it's a morning walk, 5 minutes of journaling, or tackling that one task you've been avoiding. Keep the wheel turning. Next week, we'll explore what happens when momentum goes too far, when consistency turns into exhaustion. We'll talk about how to recognize burnout early, how to recover, and how to rebuild in a healthier, more sustainable way. Because success without well being isn't success, it's survival. Momentum isn't built in a day, it's built daily. Every small, steady choice is shaping something beautiful in your life, even if you can't see it yet. If you're ready to go deeper, to build systems, structure, and habits that support your goals, I'd love to help. Through coaching and consulting, I work with clients to align their purpose with their daily actions and create sustainable momentum. You can also find supporting meditations on Insight Timer, including those for focus, motivation, and renewal. Follow and favorite me there, and if you feel led, you can support my work through a donation. Thank you for joining me for your Sunday setup. Here's to a week of consistency, clarity, and calm progress. And until next time, take care.